Happy Sunday morning. If you are joining us from your couch this morning, still nice and comfy, cozy. Oh boy, I am jealous. Good for you. Stay there all day. Just stay there, keep on 9 News, all will be okay. Taking a live look outside right now. That was Horsetooth, just gorgeous there. And here's a look at I-70 near Loveland. Looks like things are moving just fine right there. Thank you so much for joining us again. I am Lauren Scafidi. Let's send things on over to Weather Impact Team meteorologist Keely Chalmers. She's been tracking the bitter cold this morning. It is colder today, Keely. It's going to be colder tomorrow. Right. And then by the end of the 7-day, it's looking normal.
Yeah, I tell you what, we are in store for a brutally cold next 48 hours. That is the key window for this cold, this bitter cold, dangerously cold weather. After that, after about 48 hours, we do start to thaw out. We do start to warm up. But yeah, it is going to be a brutal next 48 hours. As we take a live look up in the mountain, traffic pretty smooth, but still certainly slick spots out on the roadways. We are hovering right around 0 at DIA. Winds out of the west, 5 miles per hour. Very light winds, but still having a major impact on our temperature and our wind chill. It feels like it's 10 below. About an hour ago, it was 20 below wind chill. So we are starting to warm up a bit. And so we're going to be about 8 degrees by 10 o'clock, warming to our high of 17 at about 1 o'clock this afternoon. We will see some sunshine, that solar radiation, again, helping to warm up those temperatures. Still brutally cold, but hey, we're at least in the teens. Do want to talk about cold weather alerts. We have them pretty much statewide. This is a very bitterly cold air mass, an Arctic air mass sitting over the state. In blue, this is a cold weather advisory, including the metro area, for wind chills as low as 25 degrees. Extreme cold watch everywhere you see here in green for those winds as low as 35 to 50 degrees. That goes into effect tomorrow through Tuesday morning. So again, those cold weather advisories topping our weather impact headlines. We do also have more snow in the forecast. Some flurries this afternoon possible and some heavier snow moving in tonight. We'll kind of break down the timeline of when that snow arrives in detail coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Thank you so much, Keely. We spotted a few dogs enjoying the fresh snow yesterday. Today will be a little bit more dangerous for your animals because of the falling temperatures and sub-zero wind chill. Experts say you should try to limit that time outside as much as you can.
The time that they spend outside is going to depend on a lot of different factors. It's going to depend on the age of the dog, the size of the dog, what kind of coat that they have. Some dogs that are going to have thicker coats are going to be much more comfortable outside, whereas dogs that have really short coats are going to probably not want to spend as much time outside. So it really depends on your dog, how old they are, do they have any underlying medical conditions, but in general, we just want to limit it to as short a time as possible.
You'll also want to wipe down your dog's paws after they head outside. Salt, antifreeze, and other ice melt products can be bad for animals. Your pipes could also turn into a big problem during this Arctic chill, but there are ways to prevent that. Make sure to leave at least one of your faucets dripping to keep water moving. Also, open your cabinet doors. It allows room temperature air to warm up your pipes. It's also best to keep your heat above 55 degrees and close your foundation vents if you can. Denver Fire is on standby to help people if their pipes burst. Firefighters told us that they expect the majority of those calls, though, to come after the weekend. That's on Tuesday and Wednesday, when everything starts to thaw out.
When it's this cold, there's a lot of different factors, a lot of different issues that we'll address. So some of it could be like fire protection systems that are exposed to the colder temps.
Yeah, I think we've all done this for a long time. That we know when the cold comes, the pipes are going to freeze and they're going to break.
Oh yeah, they know the drill. Black ice and extreme cold will both be issues for anyone who needs to hit the road today. Colorado State Trooper Sherry Mendez joins us live on the phone yet again. Sherry, thank you so much for continuing to join us throughout the weekend.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely. What are your crews seeing out there so far this morning?
So far, there's not a lot of action, and hopefully people are not going out like we're advising. I'm hoping that's the reason why.
Yeah, I hope so too. That really is just the best answer. Don't leave if you don't have to, right? We're anticipating more snow tonight and colder temperatures tomorrow. So what does that mean for the roads?
That just means that the roadways are most likely going to be very icy due to the weather being so cold. We're not used to this.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for anyone who maybe needs to go out, they have to go somewhere this morning or just any time really during this cold snap?
Yes, we recommend that they at least give the other people, if they see on the roadway, give them some more room just in case there are some slide outs go slowly. Of course, make sure your tires are 3/16 of an inch tread depth, so you don't have as much risk of sliding. And of course, if you see a roadway worker on the shoulder, move over or slow down.
Yeah, that is great advice. And my last question for you, we see these speed limit signs, of course, on highways and roads, but do you have any advice when it comes to how fast people should be driving?
Drive as fast as you're comfortable with. If you're going too fast, you will slide off the roadway. I mean, the ice, it may not have a speed limit, but obviously it can be dangerous if you're going above what you should be.
Yeah, Trooper Mendez, thank you so much for joining us live on 9 News Mornings. Really appreciate your time today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, our coverage of this cold weather will continue all weekend long and the next couple of days. 9 News is always streaming on 9 News Plus for your TV and smartphone. You can also find up-to-the-minute information on 9news.com. In the Middle East, a long-awaited ceasefire in Gaza took effect this morning. It's an end to more than 15 months of war between Israelis and Palestinians. 33 Israeli hostages held by Hamas in Gaza are set to be released, including 2 Israeli Americans. That's in exchange for more than 1,900 Palestinian prisoners and detainees. The plan is to eventually rebuild the parts of Gaza that have been destroyed. But this weekend, Israeli leaders made a point to say that the ceasefire is only temporary. They promised to end the ceasefire agreement if they don't believe Palestine is holding up its end of the deal.